Hello everyone, this is Aka and we're playing Hands of the Killer. This is the second game in the anthology of the killer games. Let's get into it. I wake up one night to a horrible scream outside my window. It sounds like the killer is at it again. The moon is high but I'm feeling restless. The apartment block's protective shutters have gone down for the night. Maybe a walk around is what I need. Can't sleep. Relatable. I'm actually recording this at 2 AM, so... Progress on my new zine remains slow, as I keep falling asleep in the middle of the sentences. On the other hand, the effect is kind of funny. Is this what it means to be new wave? BB's report. Note on the strange masks. Recently, strange masks have begun appearing in the city. What's with these masks? Nobody wants to talk about them, in my opinion. Splatter man. Pretty sweet house we got here. I mean, apartment. In the bathroom, a mysterious phosphorescent glow comes from behind the mirror in the wall, along with a scrapping sound. I'd like to pull it off someday, but it'd mean losing the deposit. Oh. Haunted hands. Well, we're out. Aside from night noises, this part of the city has many amenities. The rooms here are cheap because of all the murderers. Unfortunately, rent is due all the same. Oh. BB, is that you? I think we're running low on merchandise for the online store. My sister Zizi is hard at work. Her hours have become increasingly irregular since she started using the internet every day. She says it makes her smarter, but at what cost? Oh. If you're already awake, could you run for some supplies? Board doll sold out. Mr. Doublefire VHS, rare, 1999. There's 3 of them. Plastic thing, sold out. Fake plant, sold out. That's a good plant. Rubber eyes, sold out. Mask, sold out. Horrible lamp, sold out. Using forbidden knowledge, Zizi discovered we could pay the rent by putting mysterious items up for sale online. I'm in charge of inventory, which means my job is grabbing them beforehand. Sweet. But nobody seems to guard these things to pay attention when they're lost. Who's buying them? How do they have any value? I told you it's just the economy. Nobody ever said it makes sense. Just keep an eye out for any old beanie babies while you're out there. Wow, this must be the exciting new sense of direction in life that can only come via attending a career. Ow. Whoa. Let's get out of here. Wait. Is there something here? Nope, just a bed. Guess we sleep in the living room, kind of? We don't have a kitchen or anything. Oops. Ooh, moving camera. Another reason for the cheap rooms in the antiquated security system. Far beneath today's superior anti-murderer technology, this elevator will be unusable till morning. The shutters are scored and pitted on both sides with knife marks. Oof. Guess we live in a weird world where murderers are very common. and supposedly accepted members of society. Maybe. Every week someone leaves one of these flyers in the hall. I often wonder what it is about this town that lead to such a weird advertising sensibility. Grabbers to Moving Co. will take you away. Dog. Puppy man. Huh. The television is playing a foreign drama, but I can sort of work out what's meant to be happening. Kind of. The Clock Man. I'm not quite sure what is happening actually. Some vaporwave stuff. Friendly reminder. Owners not liable for what happens in the tunnels. We should go in the tunnels. Can we grab the plants? We have run out. Also yeah, our name is Bibi, and our sister is Zizi. Now we know her name. Bibi's pretty cool. Laundry. I don't think having laundry machines in a room with carpets is the best idea. A soft vibration runs through the floor of the laundry room. None of the other residents are around at this hour, but all the washers are in use day and night. Through the window of the washer, I can see a kind of grayish, pulpy sludge shirring indefinitely by the big spinners. I guess someone wants it very clean. This is a big apartment building. It's like... I've never been able to find out who pulled off the tunnel cover to start with, although the joke is that the owners thought it would be cheaper than building a fire escape. The air from inside is inviting and cool. Well, let's go to the tunnels. Oh. Well, we can't go back there. I wasn't expecting a first person view in this video game. Can we peep on people? More cloth people. I guess they work at the phone company. No wait, that burned down, so... The controls are... they're tank controls, so they're not exactly awesome. But I like it. Adds to the atmosphere. I climbed out into some kind of storeroom. Dead moths under my feet. The clothes here look to be around 20 years old, which is not enough, so I'll have to go deeper. Oh, I guess we are scavenging to like get weird stuff for ZZ. The music in these games are really nice. I really like them. this point, I feel I should explain something about the nature of the building. Please do. I don't think... Like many cities, this one underwent many changes over the years. There was an industrial period, a retail period, a service period, etc. Until gradually the things it manufactured became too abstract and indecipherable to easily be summarized in any way. I still hope to find out what they are myself, someday. Anyway, with each change in the economy, the building was adapted to a new shape. New rooms added or closed off, each layer draped piecemeal over the last, to form new spaces where opportunity might live. That's pretty cool. Speaking of which, ZZ says the sweet spot of nostalgia material is 30 to 40 years old, or old enough to smell like death. I think the internet is accelerating her tendencies towards the gothic. Personally, I've always been more about true crime. That's why we love you, BB. I think this is pretty cool too. What's in here? The mouse room. I displaced some spiders and rummaged in the box. Result: 3 copies of Patch Adams on VHS. A jigsaw puzzle with picture of a boat, miscellaneous plastic shit. I don't feel like carrying any of it back. The search goes on. But Patch Adam on VHS, that's rare. Supposedly. This guy again. I bet he's the murderer. Or they, because like, there was a bunch of them last time. Ooh, here we go. When I pick up the board doll, a layer of greasy rubber skin comes off and sticks to my hand. The bulbous eyes roll crazily around. No good to sell, but maybe she could scavenge for parts? I make a mental note. Oh. Is that our mirror? I would wash my hands after touching that. Actually, take a shower. I don't think this place has been washed in years, maybe decades. Another box. This one says stickers and shows a smiling woman being encased in green slime. It's being held tightly shut with electric tape. We should take that. We might have stumbled into someone's living quarters. Oh, never mind. That's just... We'll come back here. That's a one. I keep looking through the heaps. A clear plastic pyramid with a racing car inside, a pile of cassette tapes with the insides pulled out and knotted together, a copy of Steely Dan live at the Gibbous. I push onwards. Baby night. That's kind of cute. The clothes rack seemed to contain nothing but denim overall with a smiling clown embroidered decal. They're covered with soft layer of translucent mold that seems to be coming from the clown. That's safe. Box of knives, barely used, a t-shirt reading Blomby Dog, an abstract plastic toy with horribly detailed rubber feet that's covered in tufts of symmetric hair, synthetic hair. Is there something behind this thing? No. I don't like that there's seems to be like demonic inscriptions on the walls of the clown room. The baby night room. We gotta go deeper, I guess. We're pretty courageous to be walking around urbexing in our own like apartment building at night where there's killers apparently on the loose. Many of them. So far tonight's pickings have been slim, so I keep moving and gradually find myself in a place I've never been before. The corridors are narrow but still feel lived in somehow. The rooms get closer, the clutter more deliberate. Flyers for a local bingo night have been left in the hall. A potted plant that's still alive? We need that. Old but well used office supplies that don't have too much dust? I hear soft whispering behind the wall. Dog. I can hear a laugh, kind of, if you call that a laugh. Plant. Are we going in circles? Yeah, we are. Okay. With a bag on his head. This part feels like a waiting room, but there's no one else around. Fresh magazines have been left out in the couches. Who are they expecting here exactly? Palm trees? This could be like worth something. Is your name Donald Duck? Up, down, enter. Oh. No. I've got it. In that case, you must be Mickey Mouse. Oh, no. If your name's not Mickey Mouse, then you must be Donald Duck. Please don't waste my time with insults to my intelligence. Anyway, come inside. Come on inside. What the heck? Help, don't condemn me. I'm not worth anything. Monetarily. Cough, cough. What's this? Why, it's my first strangle victim doll. Circa 1971, in surprisingly good condition. I did believe we'd used up I did believe we used up the last of them sometime before. I wonder where they found it. What? I'm not a doll. Really? You're dressed very similar though. Like, bzz, help, don't strangle me, I'm a real person, help, bzz. What the heck? A stupid coincidence. Oh, they were a wonderful toy. If you opened up the torso, they had little plastic innards, and if you stood in their throat, their eyes would really bulge. Sometimes, I think that's what first put me on the path of pure research, before administrative duties began to take up all my time. This might be why this town has a surplus of killers. Cough, cough. In truth, it makes little difference. As like everybody in the college, I lost the ability to distinguish people from dolls long time ago. I wonder why I'm talking to a toy. Old age. Soon I'll ask a member of the staff to come in and carve off the skin, or the coating, or what have you, and we can figure out what lies inside. The path of pure research is long. In the meantime, there are committee meetings. Goodbye, goodbye. Wait, this is a college? College of what? Luckily, they seem to have a very abstract notion of how knots work, but I guess that's academia for you. A better vamoose. I tried to keep track of how far I was being carried, but lost count around the 11th flight of stairs. From the window, the town has a postcard aspect, like the view from Penthouse. Very red lights coming from those apartments. What the heck is up with these? All of my fashion has really been ripped off an obscure horrible doll line for all these years. There's nothing new under the sun. They look too mutilated to be worth anything, so I guess a terrible secret dies with them. That's pretty creepy. Oh! I hear a drilling noise, and breaking glass, and everything smells like sawdust and wet paint. I'm feeling like a work in progress. Something tells me that I should stay out of people's ways. We shall do that. The elevator shutters rusted shut, but at least I'm still in the network of the same antique security system. The buttons on the panel look like they've been melted down by acid. Is that an axe? Long axe. This sure is a college. This room's full of crude homemade machines made of junk that's creaking and shifting. I'm not sure how many of them are meant to work. Everything is just heaps of knives and balls of wood. Let's not get caught. Meow, cats. Nice spike trap. This is the teacher's lounge. Anatomical diagrams poorly painted with astrology symbols are scattered around the desks and walls, along with ashtrays and moldy week-old coffee. Coffee. Can coffee get moldy? Probably. I'm guessing that's the exit, but I'm not done yet. Might not be the exit actually. What happens if I go under this? Okay. It doesn't crush me. Oh no. What the heck is this? Posters on the wall of a school production of Melmo the Wanderer. Bring your own special effects. Use knives and drills for sale, for exchange. Tuition in Esperanto, the language of the future. Oh, Esperanto. I prefer Tokipan. Let's check the door, I guess. I hope our noise, spitting plastic screams and breaking can be heard coming from behind the door, which I resolve to firmly stay on this side of. Dang, BB, no curiosity. about this door? Oh, there we go. Boy, they really went all out on renovating this place. Beneath the wallpaper, outlines of sealed doorways can be seen. Decades of staff rotas peeled off the walls as I moved by. Saw history in the body of a murdered victim, while Asifel saw it in a decapitated king. Creating history is the duty of all murderers. In the tools they hack with, we see the reflections of the new age that is to come. The perfect murderer we must create, a new universe devoted exclusively towards that purpose. We must also consider the possibility that we live in entirety. To imagine a new society is to call it into being. We must first prepare a list of bylaws. Photographs mark the inauguration of the college in the evening of that great vision. What's the point of portraits when everyone is wearing a mask? To look cool. My goodness, what's this? Having survived the workshop of necessity, I now oh wait. Which one's talking? No, it is him, okay. My goodness, what's this? Having survived the workshop of necessity, I now found myself strained in the new world of aesthetics. Haha. Such is the thought of a general public as they make their caution entrance into history. Your machines suck. Can't even kill me. Is blood in this world green? What a ridiculous set. In the new age, we'll be theatrical and thus we stand to learn from theater, an empty space menaced by ominous facade. The fourth wall is entrance to an alleyway, the length of which extends through all time. Haha. Thinking of all of the new buildings we'll need to have alleyways like these. It is very aesthetic, though not very functional, I'd say. The metaphors of chopping and carving embodied in sculpture are too trite to be of use. We find instead our purpose in art of brilliant monuments, to kill people in the shadows of, classism. Have we checked this one yet? The central ideas of an age must be nurtured. After all, paint and wood are nesting materials by which they attain the heat to thrive. Why waste time kicking down the doors? The house of art has many windows. Right, just jump out the window. I get what this guy's putting down. TV or pussy? Oh, am I screwed? Nope. Ha, sucker. Sound sculpture. Mask the sound of distant screams, approaching steps, and such I believe they will be very popular, of course. Ultimately, such noises are the foundation of far greater symphonies, but there is no shame in being midwife to a dream. Using art to murder people. Genius. This feels kind of like a maze. Is this where we came from? No, okay. I can't study nested in the middle of the horrible murderer compound. Respectable leather-bound tomes line the walls. An aura of propriety seems to muffle all sound. I think my nose is bleeding. Copies of the owner's publications, including Introduction to the Western Canon, Advanced Studios in the Western Canon, Whatever Happened to the Western Canon, and The Western Canon Rocks Out, abridged editions for teen and study groups. A picture of the hooded man I met when I woke up, the prestigious of Dr. Zhu Wows. A picture of the hooded man I met when I woke up. The prestigious Dr. Zhu Wows attends at the academic soiree with his all-embracing knowledge of the cultural world. That's a hood? I mean, he might be wearing robes or like a hood, but I was thinking that was just his face. He's like tentacle guy looking person. Oh, I wonder, is it sentimental I held on to all the aspects of my old career, but I always wanted to live inside a tomb? Talking doll, we've been wandering around the pieces of the world that was. Wouldn't you like a visit to the world that has to come? That is to come? Gah! The interest of homicide has always been symbolic. A real death has no consequence, and in fact is rather quiche. That matters in the new world we can glimpse in this idea. What is utopia of murder? Oh, okay. He's following me. I do not want to subscribe to your weird cult, sir. If I can just get out of here. The sun and the moon, knives, ropes, buildings, clouds, still streets, and the dark blue fields, a trembling and horrible suspense that envelops all things, changing them completely, while leaving them unchanged. Dang it, forking path! Wait, what? Did I get caught? Where are you? My eyesight is quite bad these days. I haven't moved like this for quite a while. None of us tend to leave canvas these days, you know? How is it as you think, and thickest grow denser? Tickets. I can still hear the flat, drowning voice behind me, but these corridors seem quieter, more familiar. I could swear I once found a lost cache of troll dolls inside one of these rooms. Are we? It's gonna get harder to like find every little dialogue in these games as like it gets more complex and more convoluted. The door is locked, but it looks more maintenance-y than others. A sticker on the door says, "Unseal with hallway access panel. Am I near the location of long-lost air conditioner controls? Is this whole building not air-conditioned? How do you breathe?" Oh, do you look at that? There is a lever on this, so it's probably the thing that opens the door. I'm getting sick and tired of being chased by murderers all night, and I'm not going to look into this any further. Click. Oh, who's there? Huh, it's you, my goodness. The years have hardly altered you at all. Mr. Killer, you know, I know you get this a lot, but I'm a huge fan of your work. I would truly like to see it get on the critical attention it deserves. Have you ever considered co-authoring a paper? Murdering noises are happening in the background. Oh, is that Mr. Killer? I don't like that. I should get out of here. Should I go check it out? Yeah, murdering has definitely occurred out here. My curiosity knows no bound, and I must seek this murderer. Sorry, BB. Can I? Nope. I guess we're going home. It's for the better. He isn't such a bad guy. He did help us. Okay, this isn't over, but like, he did help us. I guess he's gonna murder the whole college then. Ooh, boy. Yeah, that's quite gruesome. He does not mess around. I cannot look down, by the way. Okay. BB's report. Epilogue. After finding my way inside the vent, I was able to get back to the apartment without any further incident. Although all night strange noises echoed through the pipes. We've unleashed a murderer into our apartment complex. The next morning, we totaled up the day's haul. Results: assorted pogs, and a pamphlet that must have been placed in my pocket somehow. I thought the pamphlet might have been worth something, but Zizi says there are copies lying around inside the bus station for free. In this part, I'll be checking out anything I might have missed, rooms, dialogues, and death scenes. Is your name Donald Duck? Yes. Oh wow, Mr. Duck, such an honor to meet you. Please step inside, we have so much to discuss. Is your name Donald Duck? No. I've got it. In that case, you must be Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Mr. Mouse, you probably get this all the time, but I'm a huge fan of your work. I've seen all your movies. You would do me great honor by entering my house. Every time. Welcome, bon venant. This demonstration apartment has been carefully set up for you to practice new techniques as though in the wild. Please restore all equipment to proper place after using. Well maintained window ledges and ladders just out of sight. Allow easy access. Try softly tapping at the window from outside until someone comes through. To throw open the curtains for extra effect. The uncanniness of the intrusion will also buy you more time. Are they teaching how to murder people out here? Yeah, it's quite creepy. Ideally, a murderer is a dynamic interplay of elements. Here, the passivity of sleeping victim is aesthetically offset by a needless disproportion of knife violence. Remember your ABCs. Always be cattabbing. What? I guess they meant stabbing, but used a C instead of an S. This is eerily like my house, but I'm assuming it's because like a lot of the apartments in this house, in this place look the same. I'd rather think that. By using secret access tunnels leading under the bathroom, a lethality modified toilet snake can be deployed to to great effect. This style of murder has many attendants in the world of history, and has been invented for the mod era. It's kind of gruesome, but like weird also. What happens if we get caught? Oh, we die. No, wait. Boy, it's been a while since I got my hands dirty with one of you things. Now let me think. Is this a Phillips? Oh wait, we can move back here. Oh, that's what this room is. Okay, what happens if we get caught here? Come back here, you coward.
Hello.
Can art be a murder weapon? My thesis project will finally resolve this ancient question using patterns and form. It overwhelms and then destroys the subject's own sense of psyche and physical coherence. It just feels like a stupid music video. What the heck is freaking this noise in the background? I didn't say it before, but the apprentices kind of look like sharks. Very weird looking sharks. Hehehe. In our video lab, we can covertly influence the culture by filming our death fantasies and releasing them as commercial horror films. Our Bloody Night franchise has sold thousands of copies. Bloody Night? Aren't those the shitty direct-to-video horror films that everybody watches to make fun of? Everybody what now? Y'all are losers. This whole freaking university is a joke. College, same thing. Wait, what happens if we get caught here? Oh, that just what? Okay, so we get teleported here. That's what happened last time. Alright. I'm assuming all the lines on the ground were made by crayon by this guy. A new world will need laws and art. We can teach them to be the hand that guides the knife, the hand of the killer. He said the thing. Did you know I saw him once? It was a night like this. My life would have to change. Oh crap. The most beautiful feeling I know is being able to see history unfolding. Seeing yourself at the crest of that wave, a new world emerges from the coffin of the old. I have seen the world spirit splitting open ahead. The sun and the moon, knives, ropes, building clouds, still streets, and the dark blue fields, and trembling and horribly suspense that envelopes all things changing them completely while leaving them unchanged. Oh wait. I turned myself around. Whoops. that was Hands of the Killer. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be playing every game in the Anthology of the Killer series, so stay put and like and subscribe. Thank you.